Hello, Senior Stoner fans. This is the real Senior Stoner back at you for your DabX and Scientific Inhalations triple filtered bubbler dab of the day. Thanks for joining me. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, please join the Senior Stoner family. Send a subscription our way. I always respond to comments, and a like is very enjoyable. You have a temper? Do you get angry? A lot of people have tempers and have a hard time controlling them. Let's discuss. Well, you got to have ways to be able to diffuse your anger. Count to 10, whatever, because you got to find an ability, a capability to offset the adrenaline surge of anger. You got to train yourself not to lash back at things impulsively. Wait before you speak. Take a few breaths and very slowly, silently count to 10 or 500 if necessary. Use the lull of those moments to regroup before you decide what to do, so you don't say something that you will regret. Maybe take a cooling off period. To further quiet your neurotransmitters, an extended timeout of hours or even longer might be needed. When you're steaming, retreat to a calm setting to lower your stress level. Reduce external stimulation. Dim the lights. Listen to some soothing music. Do some meditation. Do some aerobics, low light aerobics or yoga to expel that anger from your system. And don't address anger when you're rushed, because when you're rushed, you make haphazard decisions. Make sure you have adequate time to identify what's made you angry. Many studies have found that even though the students heard a lecture on the Good Samaritan, they still didn't stop to help a distressed person out on the street when they thought they'd be late for their next class. So, allotting unhurried time to resolving conflict lets you trap and tap into your most compassionate response. Don't try to address your anger when you're tired or before sleep. Since anger revs up your system, it can interfere with restful sleep and cause insomnia. The mind grinds, as we all know. Maybe it's better to examine your anger early in the day so your adrenaline can simmer down by nighttime. Also, being well rested makes us less prone to reacting spontaneously with irritation, and it allows us to find balance better. You see, I think the goal with anger is to own the moment, so the emotion of anger doesn't own you. Then, and maybe only then, can you mindfully respond rather than simply react. You'll have the lucidity to be solution-oriented and hopefully, therefore, empower yourself on how you relate to others. You see, anger management, how you deal with these types of things, is critical because everyone has these problems. You want to think before you talk. You want to make sure that you identify possible solutions in the process. Remind yourself that anger won't fix it, and it might make it worse. Try to never hold that grudge. Don't do it, because forgiveness is a powerful, powerful medicine. If you allow anger and other negative feelings to crowd positive feelings, you might find yourself swallowed up by your own bitterness or sense of injustice. How about that? But if you can forgive the person who angered you, you might learn from the situation and actually strengthen that relationship. By golly. And something I found extremely helpful is to use humor. Lightening up the situation can help diffuse tension. Use humor to help you face what's making you angry, even scared. Because any unrealistic speculations or expectations you have should go away. Try to avoid sarcasm with your humor, because it can hurt feelings and make some conversations and situations worse. And then ultimately, you want to try to practice relaxation skills when your temper flares. Do it right away. And unfortunately, sometimes things get so out of hand, and I have to say this, it's important to be said, that you might need to seek help from a professional. If it gets to that point, know when it's that point. Don't let it tip over to the point that you're going to hurt the people around you, or yourself for that matter, with this anger to a point you can't recover from. Seek help. There's plenty of help out there for people in all manners, shapes, and forms. This has been The Real Senior Stoner, talking about how we can deal better with anger when we're in anger situations. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that subscribe button. Join the Senior Stoner family. Love to have you. Send a like my way, and I respond to all comments, as you all know. Let's get this hit going on our Dabex Diamond Hit of the Day. Diamond Dab of the Day. Thanks as always for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Cheers. Here we go. Excuse me. Have a great day, everybody. Cheers.